Hello, everybody. Welcome to Live at 5. It is Thursday, September 29th. I had to make sure.
August 29th.
Oh my gosh.
You were real close.
I was so focused on getting the Thursday
right,
and the
that's
29th right.
You know,
It's
we're
August. I'm Caitlin Moynihan.
And I am Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And over there, we got the wonderful Caitlin Gallup.
It's my last day, y'all.
Aw,
Not in real life, but here in Live at 5.
we're really starting this on a
Yeah.
great
Right?
note.
But guys, we have such a treat with us today.
Yes, we
do. Do you want to go?
I want to say, we
go
got
ahead.
Gabrielle Karuba here
Yes.
with us. It's Aruba with a C, is what she told me
Yes,
earlier.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
nailed it.
Well done.
So before I talk all the goods about Dear Evan Hansen with her, let's do today's top 5.
All right, bless our souls, our bodies, our minds, all of it, because we have a feature on Jelani Aladdin
Guys,
out today.
Jelani Aladdin is Hercules. You know, the show none of us can get tickets to. But we're all very
bitter.
excited about it because he is Hercules.
You mean Huncules?
He is, I mean Huncules, yes. No, he's absolutely phenomenal. We adore Jelani Aladdin. And Lindsay Sullivan had the opportunity to chat with him all about Hercules, and he talked about so many wonderful things. He has a 10-word bio. That's it. That's all he needs.
That's all
and
he
he
needs.
explains why it's only 10 words. He talks about doing this show for his ancestors and all of the heft that comes behind all of that. He talks about his workout routine, which is clearly amazing. And how about keeping movie fans happy with this show. There are 220 people on stage in Hercules.
bye.
Like, that part of my brain is just blown.
And none of us will get to see it.
Yes. Fingers crossed. But yeah, so Lindsay Sullivan had a great chat with him.
Yeah.
Amelia Madrid-Kuzer took unbelievable photos of Jelani. And then our in-house designer, Ryan Casey, made a beautiful piece of art from it all. It's an incredible feature. Go onto the site, read it, experience it, share it, and do your best to go see Hercules.
All right, and speaking of wonderful people in Disney properties, we have a new character study up.
Yes, I am
Yes.
so glad Character Study is back.
It's a new season.
New season of
It's
Disney.
Disney-fied.
Disney only. So
Yep.
last week was our season premiere with Casey Levy of Frozen. And today we just released one of L. Steven Taylor from The Lion King. He plays
Yes.
Mufasa. And it's a really amazing, once again, another amazing episode directed and shot by Nick Chakra.
Absolutely.
And it is really cool. Again, we just get to follow him throughout the moment he steps into the theater to when he steps on stage as Mufasa. We get to see the paint, we get to see the outfit, we get to see the corset.
Yeah, and to hear him talk about playing this role and being
'cause-
part of it all.
Yeah, and obviously like, Mufasa is like the ultimate dad. Like he's,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And he
for sure.
actually was, L. Steven Taylor was a young father when he first started the role. He's been with the show for a long time now, but
Yes.
talking about the growth as a father and growth as a character, it was a sob fest for me.
Fascinating, yeah.
But yeah, definitely, please go check it out. It's the newest one, and next week we'll have another one. It's amazing.
All right, and if you weren't crying from those two features so far, you will at this one.
Yes.
It's true.
Allison Luff is, of course, starring as Jenna in Waitress right now. She will be with the show through September 15th, so if you haven't gone and seen her yet, get on it. Go do it. She came here to our studio to give us a ClubBroadway.com rendition of She Used to Be Mine, and it's unbelievable. She sounds
Cheers.
absolutely amazing. You've obviously heard this song several times by so many incredible performers and singers, but Allison Luff's take on it is chef's kiss. It's beautiful. It's amazing. So check it out. Listen to it. Sob your face off. Yeah, do it all. Go see Waitress. It will. It's in there through January.
January 5th.
January 5th, 2020. So do it.
All right, and today we got the first glimpse backstage. Ain't Too Proud.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Juwan.
Juwan Jackson is officially a vlogger, and all is right in the world.
Yeah.
Yes, the first episode of his first Broadway.com vlog called All About That Bass. I can't talk. I'm not
You
even going to
can't say
try.
it without. That
I'm
was-
not even
that
going
was
to
a
try.
good attempt
Thank
at
you
bass,
so
yeah.
much. But yeah, it's the first episode. We get to meet his family. We meet
Yep.
his grand, we meet his sister and his niece. He holds a baby, and my heart explodes. Yeah, it's amazing. We also get to see Jelani Remy, his co-star, eat the infamous chicken sandwich from
Yes,
Popeyes.
from Popeyes. The Popeyes.
So
I've
we-
had this Popeyes chicken sandwich. Yeah,
one of the lucky ones.
Mine hadn't run out by the time I tried.
Oh,
it's
thoughts?
good. Yeah, it's
Jelani said it was
amazing,
all
yeah.
in the bread.
It's very good. Yes, and the pickles are great too, and it's
So-
better than Chick-fil-A for a variety of reasons.
Variety of reasons that we won't go into at this point
Mm-hmm.
in time. But yes, it's a great episode. He's gonna be taking us backstage at Ain't Too Proud. That's at the Imperial Theater for the next 8 weeks, every single Thursday. And this is just the start. Joanne M. Jackson, I'm sure, is gonna go down in history as one of the best vloggers we've ever had.
You heard it here
'cause
first. That's right.
You can't go wrong with him.
All right, and earlier today, Ryan actually got a glimpse of the Revenge Party heading across the USA.
Yes, I got to hang out with the stars of the Mean Girls tour this morning, and they're all absolutely fantastic. We spoke to Danielle Wade, who's playing Katie, alongside Mary-Kate Morrissey, Mariah Rose Faith, Eric Huffman, Jonathan Saxer, and Megan Masako Haley. They are all of our North Shore high schoolers, and they're all fantastic. What do we have? We have beautiful photos that Emilio took. We also have a video of them performing a new version of Fearless.
There's some new lyrics in there.
Which is really exciting. Yeah, so if you want to find out what's new about it, go check it out right now. And we also have a video where we get to talk to a few of those stars about why they're excited to take Mean Girls on the road, why they think it's going to be a big hit across the country, because, of course, it's Mean Girls.
It's Mean Girls.
It's the Broadway.com Audience Choice Award-winning musical.
It's true.
So, yeah, go check all of that out. But first, don't do anything yet.
Don't do anything yet.
Stay
Stay
right
right
where you
here.
are. Yeah.
Because I gotta have some girl talk. I need
Yes,
you to go.
I'm out of here.
All right.
I know my place. Yeah.
Amazing. Caitlin, could you tell us a little bit more about today's guest?
I would love to. After being a vacation cover and understudy for almost a year, Gabrielle Karuba is officially become the new Zoe Murphy at Dear Evan Hansen. This marks her Broadway debut, and she's previously been a part of the 30th anniversary of Annie. She also appeared in the world premiere of Burn All Night at American Rep in Cambridge. You can follow her on social media at Gabrielle Karuba or on Twitter at Gabatar. I love that. It's a great Twitter handle.
Thank you.
And leave all of your questions in the comments below. And please welcome Gabby and Caitlin.
Gabby.
Hello.
Oh my gosh, you're here.
I'm
You're
here.
at Live at 5. You're on
Wow.
Broadway.
I'm on the old Broadway.
Not only are you on Broadway, you're in Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes.
How
Wow.
are you feeling? How long have you been officially Zoe Murphy full time?
It's my 5th week this
Wow.
week. Oh my God. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Yeah, it's my 5th week.
Wow.
In this role.
How's it going? How's it going over at the Music Box Theater? Tell me about the backstage hangs, because you've been with the show for you've been with it for a minute.
I have. I've been with the show for almost a year. And my experience on stage and off stage is drastically different, but I still make a point to go and bother every understudy upstairs on that 4th floor, and they can all attest to that as much as I can.
Amazing.
But it's crazy.
So now you've kind of been you've been hanging out with Zoe Murphy for quite some time now.
Oh,
you
she
know
and I
you
are
got
very
to
close.
you guys are very close. So can you tell me a little bit about your experience with the show and how it came, and now you're the full-time Zoe Murphy,
Wow.
and being able to just learn a little bit more about this character and what your journey
Yeah.
with her has been so far.
So I auditioned for this show 9 times total. I've been brought in over and over and over, and I think
Must
they
be
just
really good.
Well, she made it finally, but I think they just couldn't really find a place for me at certain moments, and so when I finally got offered the vacation cover, it was only for 3 weeks, and I didn't think that I'd even be coming back, but here I am haunting the Music Box halls almost a year later. It's a dream come true to get to tell the story every night. It's like, I can't even believe it. I pinch myself a lot. I'm like, hi, okay, you're here.
I love that. What was your first experience with Dear Evan Hansen? Was it auditioning? Was it seeing the show?
Well, I went to the Boston Conservatory, and our senior year is really geared towards our future, moving to New York, whether that's what you choose to do. If not, that's amazing too. But looking for roles that you could really play right now. And, I had a couple friends be like, have you ever heard of Dear Evan Hansen? There's a role that I think you'd be good at. And it was,
Wow.
Evan Hansen, obviously, but no. And they were like, you should listen to Requiem. And Laura Dreyfus, who went to BOCO, they were like, ooh. So I listened to it, and I was going on a plane, and I just cried and waved through the window. And I was just like, okay, yep, I get it. I want to do this. And so I was just like, okay, how do I manifest this into existence?
Wow.
So, and then I saw the show, like my first day of rehearsal, which was just a disaster of an idea because Taylor Trench is rude and destroyed me. And it was just like, I cried so much. And I was like, okay, I'm really ready to do this all the time.
And now you are.
I know.
And that is crazy. You obviously, like, Dear Evan Hansen, it's an emotional show.
It
like,
is.
It's one of those shows where, like, you're allowed, like, be crying. If you're not crying, you're kind of like,
I'm like,
Are you
you
okay?
good? Yeah.
What is that kind of like for you as an actor, kind of to step into this world that is Dear Evan Hansen and to kind of step into this character and get in tap with your emotions like that?
I think all actors dream of doing work like this. And I mean, every night is something new, which is something to embrace. And I think as like a young actor, there's this idea to like get it right the first time. And I think with a long running show and being at the show for over a month now, it's like every night is different and everything's going to be different. A line is going to affect me different, and that's okay. And it's still telling the story. And it's a beautiful thing about theater is that it's like always changing, you know?
Amazing. And this is your Broadway debut.
Yes.
So you made your Broadway debut when you were a vacation cover, correct? So right?
No, I didn't
Tell
get.
me.
I went. So I was a vacation cover in October, and then I was gone for
Yes.
November, and then I was like, and then I came back in December,
Yes.
and then I got to go on.
Who were you on as for your first
well,
time?
I made my debut as Miss Alana Beck, which
come on.
no one ever thought would happen, but it did, and it happened. I don't remember a thing, but it happened.
I love that. Amazing.
And then the next week, I went on for Zoe.
Wow. So you got it all up there.
Oh yeah, I still like stand backstage and I'm like singing "Good for You" at the top of my lungs. Like, I love Alana so much.
That's amazing. It's a rare position for being able to play two characters in a show and be able to have that go back and forth. That's like understudies and standbys are amazing, and there's so much knowledge in their brains. It
They're
doesn't make sense
warriors.
to me.
Yes.
No, how has it been? Like, do you feel like you relate more to Alana or Zoe, or how's that been?
I mean, I think I was an obvious Zoe choice, but you know what? I love Alana, and I think when I went on for her, it was something that the audiences have never seen before, and I don't know. I mean, it's our job as understudies to be as you know, embrace every aspect of every character we play, every line, know our marks, know every single thing we can possibly know, because that's why we were hired.
Yeah.
So, you know, and we can never judge our characters. I love them both so much, but I'm so happy to like be Zoe all the time.
That makes sense. That
It's
makes
crazy.
sense. So you didn't remember actually going on for the first time. Do you remember your first night going on when you were like Zoe full time, like 5 weeks ago? Do you
Yes,
remember
I
that
do.
night?
I do. I remember that day because I was a nervous wreck for some reason. And I was like, why am I nervous? Like, my best friend is in Moulin Rouge, and he came over to my dressing room, which was like, had nothing in it, but we were like, oh my God, I'm here right now. And like, I just remember I was so nervous, even though I'd done it at least like 25 times before. But I think I think I was so nervous because I was so excited to finally like sink in and like ground myself in it, instead of it being like a last minute, oh, you're on tonight. I'm like, okay, well, here we go. Put my hair back. But you know, the first day was the scariest, and I still get nervous, and I'm always asking other actors, I'm like, do you guys still get nervous? Like, why am I nervous? Am I okay? And they're like, you care, and you're allowed to be nervous.
Totally.
And it's like, don't ever not be nervous, because then it means you don't really care anymore. And I mean, for me at least. You know
That's
what
a really
I mean?
good point. Yeah, totally. And I feel like Dear Evan Hansen has been a really cool show, because I feel like there's been a lot of like newcomers making their Broadway debuts in the show.
Almost
all of
everybody,
the
the young cast is making their Broadway debuts.
And we were fangirling over him earlier, so we need to bring him up. She told me to bring him up. Andrew Barth.
Felt. Where do I even look? I'm
Anywhere
looking
you
at you,
want.
Andrew. If you're watching this, where do I even begin?
I don't know. We just were fangirling about him. So what's it like being able to play opposite him? Obviously, he won the Jimmy Awards, and now he's making his Broadway debut. Dear Evan Hansen as Evan Hansen.
I love Andrew Barth. Andrew, I love you so much. He's so easy to fall in love with. He's just a masterclass of poise and emotion and like agility, and just like he's just the best person ever to love, like on and off stage. And I think every person who sees the show knows, like, can empathize with him in some way, which is the most beautiful thing about him, is that like he's so humble and so generous as a scene partner, which is so important. He listens at 17 years old, to have an active scene partner like that can just really be present in the moment when
Yeah.
they're playing such a crazy role, Evan Hansen and listen and be with me and like reassure me. It's like I couldn't have asked for a better person to be on stage with.
Yeah. That's amazing. When Andrew was recently here for Live at 5,
I
and he
know.
brought up the fact that sometimes he gets nosebleeds.
Okay, when his nosebleed situation started happening, I was on with him like all 3 of those times that it happened.
No.
And I remember during the scene, like before when it first started happening, I remember like looking at him being like, we all brought tissues on stage
like-
just in case we were like,
Take it.
he's like, no, mom, like just cry.
Yeah.
It worked. We all
Yeah,
took
it
care of
worked.
it.
I feel
Oh
like
yeah,
it kind of works for him to just always kind of be like
have like a little something.
near his face. I don't know.
Yes.
It's amazing. And I feel like everybody who I've talked to who's been a part of this show is saying, you know, the audience and the fans of Dear Evan Hansen, I
Oh
feel
my
like are
God.
just such an important part and like
Yes.
piece of the puzzle of the Dear Evan Hansen story. What has this experience the past 5 weeks been like, being able to, you know, meet people at the stage where like as a full-time Zoe, like anything stick
Yeah.
out to you about that? What's that been like?
The fans, even when I joined as an understudy, have been so supportive, and they're such amazing art. Like the Fansons are incredible artists too, and so they give us the best art and drawings of ourselves, and they cheer us on, and they're so active on social media, which is another like amazing thing about Dear Evan Hansen. And they're just, I mean, at the stage where everyone cheers, and that's so cool. And I'm like, I saw on Twitter that somebody posted like, Gabby always has her mouth open when she's at the stage door because every time I get overwhelmed, I'm like, hi, and there's so many pictures of me with I'm just like, like I think that sums up my essence in one photo.
I love that. So did you always know that you wanted to do theater? Did you always know you wanted to do Broadway? Like, how did you first get started in all this?
So I started as like a competitive dancer, and
Love
I
that.
always joke like Dance Moms was my life. Like I'm not
Okay.
even kidding, and I loved it because I'm an anxious person, and I think being on stage is self-medicating in a way where I don't have to think for a
Yeah.
minute. I can just be in another place that's not my anxious brain. And, you know, I always laugh like, I don't have any other skills. So I think this would be the best thing for me to do. But like, I love it. And it's so like cheesy, but like singing makes me so happy. And like Ariana Grande tweeted about it. She was like, I love singing. And I'm like, retweet, me too. And, you know, I love doing it. And
Yeah.
I think I knew that when I was dancing and when I was singing and acting. And I was like, okay, I could actually see myself doing this professionally.
Yeah.
And like, now I'm on Broadway.
Now you're here, bright lights and a big stage. Well, I wanted to say dancing because can you tell me anything about like dancing diapers?
Oh, the diaper dancers.
The
yes.
diaper dancers. Pardon me. Could you expand upon that?
Yes. For those of you who don't know, I've been dancing since I was like in the womb, basically. So like I was 2 years old and at Dance Unlimited, my old dance studio, wearing diapers, and they called us the diaper dancers. And I was like shuffle stepping my way, like as 2 years old, like while all the other babies around me were like peeing or pooping, and I'm just like, yes,
Broadway, here I
here I
come.
come. And my mom was like, oh God, here we go. This
That's
is the beginning of a long
amazing.
journey.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Caitlin, I'm sure we got some fan questions.
We've got some great questions.
Amazing. Let's hear them.
All right,
Fans.
What is Riley wants to know, what is the coolest moment you've experienced backstage so far?
Oh, the coolest. I mean, I think there's. I actually have this thought a lot before I go on stage. Like just seeing everything for what it is. Like I could never. A year ago, if you told me that I would be standing backstage at the Music Box Theater doing this, I would be like, okay. But like, I think that's the most humbling moment ever. And I think also we are all such pranksters backstage. Jennifer Laura Thompson was the biggest jokester of all time. So we would always have like
amazing.
fart machines. And I think like
Yes.
there's such a stigma being like, I'm on Broadway. And like coming to the Music Box Theater and being so ridiculous all the time. It was like the best part, I think, backstage, because we're all just idiots all the time.
That's amazing.
Another great question is, what other role, doesn't have to be one that you've already played, would you love to play in the show one day?
In Dear Evan Hansen?
Yep.
Any character.
Any character.
Ooh. I would. I mean, obviously, like Cynthia Murphy, because she's just
Come
the
on.
most complex, beautifully tragic, flawed, strong woman ever. But like all of them, all of the
Yeah.
characters, that's Stephen Levinson is a genius. He wrote such like three-dimensional, brilliant characters. So any one of them, honestly, like Jared Kleinman too, whatever, of course.
I love that.
We get this question a lot, but do you have any dream Broadway roles?
Oh, yes, of course. This
do
one was
I?
like the top. I've always wanted to be like Natalie in Next to Normal, like also directed by
I
Michael
can see it. I can
Greif.
see it.
That's one day. I'm gonna manifest it into existence if they ever revive it.
I think so. You say
want
you
it.
say things on Live at 5. Sometimes they magically happen.
Okay,
It's true.
please God.
There we go. There it is.
I also like. I don't know. I want to originate a role. I want to be like the first person on a cast recording. Like I want to have that moment where people are sitting on a plane crying, listening to me sing a song. You know what I mean? Like I had with Laura. I was just like, oh, I want to do that.
I love that.
You know?
Wait, I did want to ask. You were in Annie at Madison Square Garden.
Yes, I was.
Were you Annie or
I was.
were you in?
So I was in
Annie?
it, but I understudied Annie. So I did get to go on.
Did you have a wig?
Oh, I had 2 wigs.
2 wigs.
I had 2 wigs. I had a short little bob situation, and then I had like
The
the
curly
Annie,
Q.
the curly Q.
How old were you when you did that?
I was 11.
Come on.
The sun will come out tomorrow, and I was like another situation where I found out at the last minute. They're like, "Okay, you're going on," and I was like, "It's a Hard Knock Life." Oh my god! And so, and it happened, and it was amazing. And yeah, that was another like moment, full circle moment. Where I was like, "Okay, I really think I should probably do this."
You were Annie when you were 11 at the Madison Square Garden. Come on. And now you're on Broadway.
Here I am.
That is amazing. Do we have time for one more question?
I think we do. McKenna wants to know, what is your favorite quality about Zoe?
I always say this, but it's so true. Zoe is so empathetic. She is understanding, and she practices empathy, and she doesn't even know it. And she's just so receptive and socially aware for like a high schooler. And I admire that so much about her, is that she's so empathetic and understanding.
Love that.
Or at least I play her to be that way. You know, it could be different. Ask Mallory or Laura or Maggie or anybody. They probably will say something different, which is another really amazing thing about Zoe too.
I love that. Thank you so much
my
for
God,
coming
thank
and telling me
you.
all about what's in your brain. Guys, go see Gabrielle and Dear Evan Hansen. She is Zoe Murphy now. That's
Yes,
right. Full time.
full-time.
Zoe Murphy right here. If you haven't, everybody watching has probably seen Dear Evan Hansen, but go see it again.
Yeah.
Come back. Go back to the Music Box Theater.
Come back.
Listen, she wants you to come back. Come on. Where can people follow you on social media?
At Gabrielle.Karuba
Yes.
and on Twitter at Gabatar, which is a nickname that I received in high school. And I can't explain it, but it happened.
There it is. So follow both places. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for coming in. Such
This
a
was
great
awesome.
time. Caitlin, could you take us out?
I would love to. Thank you all so much for tuning in to Live at 5. You can watch us here every single day on Facebook. And next week, we'll even be here on Fridays. So get ready. Fridays are back. You can listen to this interview as well as so many others by searching hashtag Live at 5 wherever you listen to your podcast. You can actually tune in next week as we hang out with a bunch of Broadway faves.